Hello, everybody. It is time to read some YouTube comments from last week's videos, I should say. And I gave a nice little wide spread of good discussion points to bring upon us today. And, we're going to learn a few things. Definitely, for sure. If you guys enjoy this, please like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it. Shelby Ramen. This is the video I made about the Digital Gate Open card. Shelby says, I think the card is okay. It will give some tier 3 and 4 decks a little more consistency. That being said, it doesn't excuse a distribution issue. Only giving this out to a few people isn't a great idea. Um, that's kind of the point, right? Bandai wants to only ensure a few people have access to this card right now because of the whole rewarding the players for IRL travel thing. That's it. Now, as mentioned in the video, and a lot of people kind of found this, the card is a fine card. It's a good card even, but it's not a game-breaking card. So that's nice. But certain decks will really abuse it. People like Silent Magicians say all force not play this card. I don't know if it's a player who is. That doesn't mean that, everyone is going to. Well, it's an option, literally, it's an option. That's cool. But you can. Why not? Someone here says, Quartzman says, Sakuya can play this card for free, but otherwise it's decent tech in some decks, which is absolutely insane. like Sakuyamon needed more support or anything, But alas, that is where we are. That card's fine, And Bandai decided that they were going to really reward the people that wanted to go to the event. That's really it. Will we get this card down the road? Yeah, probably. But a little treat for everyone else, I guess. Moving along, Benjamin Wiseman says, release day on a Thursday is crazy. Not really, but nice to get these cards a day early. I think this set is artistically and thematically one of the best event, even if the cards mostly suck. Looking forward to collecting good, cheap art. Well, then this set is a win for Mr. Benjamin Wiseman. On the point about it being released on a Thursday, people have been putting around a little theory. I don't know if it's a theory or confirmed or whatever. I guess we'll find out. That because of unification, we're always going to get a Thursday now, because Japan's always going to get the Friday. I guess we'll find out. It's really interesting, though, how unification is slowly changing the game in certain unexpected ways, like this. DigiDread. Definitely got a fear that this set won't be open too heavily compared to other sets, which could make some super prices increase over time. Though we will wait and see. Got my alt-art color, border, puppets, play sets, so I'm Gucci. Really cool to see. Those puppets are based, and maybe it won't be opened. Similar things happened to BT15, right? BT15 wasn't a heavily open set compared to something else, like anything else, and it caused super rare scope and price, which was compounded by the fact that the set had 10 million super rares in it, a lot of them which were bad. So, down the road, will people be hoarding this sealed and maybe some stuff goes up? I think so. This set could play interesting market games, which is one of the reasons I'm still invested in this game. It's really fun. Lanoche. I got nothing I really wanted from the set except for those Huckmon box toppers, but no one is selling them in my area for good price. It's already sold at 2-3 value. 2-3 times value. That sucks. People will bloat. Things are bloated, especially in local communities, You'll see card shops sell things for ridiculous prices in your area sometimes. And that's just kind of a thing you gotta deal with, right? Do you support the card shop who's overdoing it, or do you support online sellers who are trying to make a living that way, but it's cheaper? It's definitely an interesting conversation for a different day. I'm not going to get into it today, but this set doesn't have much people want. I'm gonna be real with you, unless you're a Machine Dramon player. I don't know. Curl Fighter says, getting old. You are a few years past old, Lamau. I'm 35, by the way. Yes, I know. I'm an old man, Mario. I know. I'm aware. My birthday is in 2 weeks, 12 days, and I'm not looking forward to 33. I'm really not. Once I turn 30, I'm like, oh, here we go. It's the beginning of the end. And now 3 years later, basically. What a time, huh? Magic Sunglasses. I was talking about BT5's Ward. My main point is, what can you do with the card now? Bring out multiple megas because of Ace's reduced cost. Wasn't what the card was designed intended to do, and should be looked at because of it. The fact that Zwart can bring back megas is annoying. There's a counter argument though that says, are people gonna really like play this card? And I'm inclined to think that people really aren't gonna like try to play it heavily. Some people here and there still Tekken Zwart to this day, BT5 Zwart. So I don't see any reason why people will stop taking it in. If anything, people might have a reason to pull one on a bulk and try it again. Will it see any top tier competitive play? I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe. Who knows? Say oodles again. Oodles. That's from Chasm Skulker. So I don't know why you want me to say oodles again, but there you go. Tokus za Blanto. I'm sorry for butchered that. I don't think Adventure needs saving. The deck is pretty strong. Okay. Saving was a strong word. The deck is obviously good, which makes me happy because I love it. I love playing the Adventure deck. My point was that the Adventure cards that are coming out that are out in EX9 aren't really going to change the formula of the deck. The problems that the deck has are not solved by these cards. That's kind of what I meant. Yes, I know that they have won regionals. Huang Zero, I think, was first, and a few whatever. It's nice. I love the deck. I just personally wouldn't play at a regionals in this current iteration that it exists in because I lack the testicular fortitude when other things exist. But that's a conversation different day, I guess. I don't know. Moving on, Arlen Brooks. I'm a fan of your content. I've been a fan for the last 2 years. I love your content. Love the Market Watch as a whole shebang. I know you're a puppet enthusiast. Are you going to leak the sauce, bro? When's the deck profile coming? You're going to want to be a YouTube member. That's the answer to the question. If you're a YouTube member, very soon the sauce will be leaked. Today is July 2nd. I had my whole Canada Day weekend finish, and now I'm catching up, and part of the catch-up is the YouTube member deck profiles. So look forward to some sauce being leaked. Some tasty sauce, I'll even say. Mr. Comment Name. Lottery cards are going to be big for OG Digimon World fans. I agree that the collectors of that stuff will love eating up these cards, but it's not going to be enough to push these to be some of the most expensive lottery cards we have. Absolutely not. It's just not there. And that's all I have to say about that. I don't really have anything else to add. These lottery cards suck. And yes, collectors do drive a portion of the market, but so does the competitive nature of the game. And if the competitive nature of the game says that this level 5 cyborg shit is shit, then it doesn't matter. Yes, collectors might push it up a little bit, but not enough. I don't want to be the guy that tells you this. Digimon doesn't have that many collectors. It's not like a Pokemon. Hell, it's not even like a Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just its own little thing. It's its own little niche. It's taking up a very small slice of the pie compared to something like Pokemon. So the collectors that would drive the Digimon cards are less because of that. The value of them will be less than something a collector would go after on a Pokemon side of things. I guess that's a little bit of an answer. Those damn Titans. Whoa, did Mario really admit Machinedramon is good? Did his trauma finally go away? Did he forgive the Machinedramon player that touched him? I must be dreaming. I'm just objective. Machinedramon, up until EX9, honestly, was not the way. But the deck seems more impressive than it ever was before. I'm just real. I'm just saying things as I see it. Machinedramon has legs, which is cool for the Machinedramon players. That's all it is. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say, Machinedramon is tier 5 garbage. Don't stay away from it. No, I can't do that. That would be false. What I'm saying is that even though I'm personally biased against it, objectively, it's a deck you can play and do well with. That's it. And I think this is the last comment of the day, Burrito King. Don't buy the pre-sales. It's going to be okay. Man, I've been itching to grab that new Metal Grey one, but I'll wait. I hope you've waited because the card price has gone down quite a bit. So hopefully you did not buy the pre-sales. For fun, let's just see where it's at right now. Because as soon as I'm done this video, I'm going to be doing Market Watch filming for tomorrow. Let's see where we're at with the Metal Greymon lottery card. God, everything's going down in price. What a set. $102 compared to what was it? $500 that one day. and people are, buying it in that range. You know, not terrible.